Alright, hello YouTube. This is Sheriff McDaniel coming back at you with a new video. Not a game video, unfortunately. Uh, this is a tutorial video. Um, I will explain the tutorial here as of right now. Okay, what this tutorial is for, if you haven't read the video, we are going to be extracting this zip folder of GTA 4. Uh, I'm doing this tutorial for a friend because he's never used the program 7-zip. So, um, each operating system will show how to extract these things differently. So for now, we're going to minimize that. The next thing we're going to be showing off is creating a stock game backup, which, as you see, I've got my stock game backup right here. Now, mind you, folks, my version that I'm running is the retail disc. That's what this one is. This is a retail disc version. Now, this, like I said, this is my stock Grand Theft Auto 4 game on disc. This local F file right here. This right here is my flash drive. Just go ahead and ignore all the other stuff. But this is the exact same file. If you need to pause this video at any time to verify that everything that's in this file is in this, feel free to go right ahead and pause it. I've created two stock game backups. Like I said, one on my main hard drive, which is my C drive, and then this backup on my mini flash drive. So, but that's not what we're doing today. This tutorial is going to teach some of you new people how to use 7-zip if it's a program you're not familiar with. Also, we're going to be creating a backup for Grand Theft Auto 4 stock. Now, I will let you know ahead of time. Extracting a program or a game, depending on your computer's operating system, your specs, how fast your PC is, or how slow your PC is, because each one will vary. So, with that being said, the version I'm using 7-zip, but my operating system is Windows 10. I will go over the extraction process, the installation process, and I will also show you folks that the game does work. I wouldn't show it otherwise, because if it did, I wouldn't show this if it didn't work. I wouldn't even have kept it as a zip file. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna right click, like I said, depending on your operating system, will depend on how your extraction tool, like 7-zip or WinRAR, will extract your game or this download. Now, I usually, because this is a game, I'm gonna go and click extract here, because now, if I were extracting, say, any of these things right here, any of these mods, I would just go to the extract folder, and then all the mods would go in my GTA into my GTA stuff, and then my mods folder. But that's not gonna be the case in this video. Now, for now, we are going to minimize that, pull this up, and like I said, depending on your computer, your specs, your operating system, and the extraction tool you're using, will depend on how long that it takes to extract. And it's also the same for the installation. Depending on your specs, your operating system, and how fast your computer works and runs and does everything. So that is where we stand on that. This extraction could take some time. It varies. I'm not gonna lie on that. It does vary on how long it takes. Sometimes it could be done in less than 5 minutes. Sometimes it could take longer. This one, as of right now, it's saying that it's going to take the remaining time is a little over approximately 10 minutes. Now, mind you, the computer's guessing. It's not 100% certain. And then this is what the elapsed time is. Here is where what the total size is of the game. Here's the speed that we're downloading, extracting at. Downloading, wow. Because we've already got this game downloaded. I can't really show you where to download it from right now because I don't have access to the internet. This here is showing how much is processed and the compressed stuff. So for right now, we're going to pause the video here. This is where, when there's pauses, this is where the edits are. So, and that's it, folks. So I will be back after this is fully 100% extracted. Hang tight. Okay, we're back. As you see, it's fully extracted. In my downloads folder, because as you see right here, this part right here matches this part here. So now we're just going to go to this section. Okay, now one thing I'm gonna say, based off of your computer's specifications, what components you have in your computer will dictate if you can actually run the game. Now this IV setup, how it has the type of file it is. This is the application. This is how you install it. So we're gonna just go ahead and double click that. Now what you just heard there is normal. It wants to run it as administrator. So we're just gonna give it a few minutes. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and click yes. I'm gonna minimize that. And as you see right down here in the corner, it brings this up. Select your whatever language you want to do it in. I will let you know ahead of time. You will get two logos launching the game. Now up here in this corner, there's a music note that you can mute that music if you want. I always do because I don't really feel like hearing it. So we're just gonna go ahead and click next. If you choose to want to read this information, you can. During the installation. So, okay, it does have the current patch update. So, as you see, the 1.0.7.0. That's the that was the last update that Rockstar did as far as patch update for the game. So we're going to just go ahead and click next. Okay, and up here at this top bar where you got browse, this is where the game will install on your current computer. So we'll go ahead and click next. Okay, this time, okay, these are all the things that'll be check marked automatically for your installation. Usually in the language interface, I'm surprised this time it doesn't have it marked in Russian on standard. It's marked as English, so we're just going to leave it, and we're going to go ahead and click install. So I'm not going to show the entire installation process because it's a long process. And as you see, folks, the program I'm recording with is an unregistered version of Bandicam. So I can only record for up to 10 minutes at a clip. So we will be back probably at around 99.9% of the installation. So once it's done, I will show you the next section that you need to do, and then we'll go ahead and get the backup folder created. Well, actually, before we pause the video, we're gonna just go ahead and minimize that. Okay, what we're going to do right now, we're going to go ahead and close this. You don't need to keep it open. It's not necessary. Okay, so we want to make a backup of the download version. So we're going to just right click here on the desktop, go over here, create a folder under new, and then we're going to name it GTA-IVBACK-UP. We're going to just name it GTA 4 Backup. So once it's done, I will show you how to create the backup, how to take and transfer all the files of the game to of the stock game into this backup folder. That way you will be able to do this. It's very, very easy, folks. So once again, we will be back at, like I said, 99.9% of this installation. So just hang tight for me, folks. Alright, folks, as I said, I would come back at 99.9% of the installation. Okay, now we're going into this section. So if you just follow along with the on-screen instructions, as you see, the shortcuts popped up here on the desktop. That's very normal. Okay, you're welcome to DirectX setup agreement. You gotta automatically click accept. Even if you don't have the internet, just click accept, click next. It'll run through this, and because if you don't have internet connection, that's okay, don't worry about it. So once this goes through, this part will be done. That will come up because of not having internet connection. So you're just going to click OK, click Finish, and then there's going to be another part that comes up, which is the Microsoft Visual C++ 2005 Redistributable Service Pack 1. That'll automatically kick on to start up. Then you're going to want to click Yes. It'll extract them right to this section. That's normal. So it's going to do that. It's going to do the installation. Of course, like I said, it's going to do that. And then, of course, now, next, after this, you will see what I'm going to have to do. So, as soon as this thing is done, okay, that part kicked off. So now it's going to put the next part up. I'm going to go ahead and click there, open that up. It's going to do go into the next section. You're going to have to just, you don't have to, do not check this box unless you want them to actually send that kind of information. I usually don't. I leave it as it is, and I click next for repair. It does this, and then once that thing is done, I click finish down here in the corner, and then we click finish right here. So now the game is installed in your computer. Here's the backup folder that we created right here. So we're going to go into this section. As you've seen, r.g.games, Grand Theft Auto 4. This is what you'll have. This is the stock. Highlight everything in blue, all the way to common. Copy and paste. And it's that simple. Now, the reason you didn't see me do it with the mouse is because I do it from the keyboard. You just hit left control C to copy, left control V to paste. Now, if you want to cut something, you hit left control X for cutting. Now, it's doing the preparation to prepare the folder for copying of the main directory, as you've seen. So it's gonna do that copy, and it's a pretty big folder because each one of these 6 folders has various subfolders. So all the stuff in the subfolder is gonna go with these folders. So it's gonna take a little while to make the copy of the backup. Once the backup is done, we are gonna come back, and then I will show you that the game works. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and pause the video right here, and then we will be back. So hang tight, folks. Okay, folks, and we're back. Our backup is finished. As you see, fully done. I have not minimized it, let alone clicked anywhere. Just finished. So we're going to go ahead and close that section out. Now, it's up to you which one you use as far as for launching the game. Either one will launch it. Usually with this one here, I go ahead and throw this into the recycle bin. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that for right now, for all intents and purposes, just to get rid of it. I'll probably clear that out later on. So, okay, our backup folder is gonna. Actually, we'll just go ahead and leave the backup folder right there. Go ahead and click launch. Now that noise you heard is normal. It's gonna bring this menu up. Just click yes, and then we're going to get in game, and we will show you that we can 100% get in game and actually play. So once it's done loading the game, we're going to go from there. And then that's going to end up, then we're going to wrap up the tutorial at this point after that. So once this is done, we will be set. Now, mind you, it's going to take a little bit to load up because I'm having to use Bandicam for recording this video. Obviously, as you've seen. So, using Bandicam recording on this laptop does tend to cause quite a bit of lag spiking. It's to be expected, especially if you have an older computer that's quite slow, like this one. So, as soon as we get in game, as long as this thing loads up like it should, not black screening like it is right now, there we go. Okay, that's going to come up. Now, usually on the retail version, you would get the Games for Windows Live thing up here in the top corner. Well, not in the corner, but in the middle, above the words. Because this is a download, you're not going to get that. And right now you heard the music kick on, and now you're seeing the other stuff kicking over. The music is moving a little faster than the actual video on the game. It happens. Take that as it is. That's just how it is. So once we get onto that screen that we need to be on, we're going to go ahead and hit start from our controller, because that's how I play this game. I play with controller. I prefer not to use keyboards. So you gotta remember, folks, if you're recording a video game on a PC, you're gonna have more lag issues. You're gonna have quite a bit more lag, especially if, like, you're using Bandicam, like I am. It's really lagging this thing down. And right now, I should have already had the start menu screen pop up. But like I said, because this is an older game and an older PC, so trying to get in. And yes, I know it's taking a while for this thing to catch up. Right now it's having a lot of delaying. Why it's doing that, I do not know. But there's nothing with that I can do. You're gonna have that problem. You're gonna run into that if you're recording with a software like Bandicam, like I do. I run into this issue constant. That's why I haven't been putting game content up lately. So okay, now that you heard that, that means it's gonna launch. And yes, you gotta remember, it's just because I'm recording, that's why there's such a delay. So just bear with that. But it does work. I will guarantee you that. I'm not going to stop the recording as of right now. But what I will do, once it's done loading in the game, we're going to go ahead and pause the video here. We're going to come back as soon as we get to the next set of screens, and then we will get back to showcasing that this game does work. So, okay, we are getting the audio. pause right here. Goes to the start of the game and becomes done. Just hang tight, folks. Oh, that's right. I remember now, because the last time I installed it, it screwed up with the recording, so I had to start over. I had to start over early this morning. So, yeah. As you see, we are in game 100%. And there's the graphics settings that it's showing. This is very normal. So, with that being said, folks, that's going to wrap up this tutorial. Thanks for stopping by on this channel to watch this tutorial. I do appreciate any and all feedback. Like, comment, subscribe. We will be doing another tutorial probably within the next week or so. Take care. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.